Welcome to Steinley Stadium for high school football action tonight as the Hatboro-Horsham Hatters take on the Wissahickon Trojans. I'm Alex Donaldson and I thank you for tuning in to tonight's very special game. Football is back and HHTV is proud to deliver it to you on the turf tonight. So let's not waste any time and let's take a look at the teams at a glance. Coming into this game, both teams lost their last game. However, both games were just lost by one possession's difference. On Hatboro-Horsham's side, a dynamic player, Zaire Cheese, losing 10 pounds this past season and feeling great heading into this one. On the other side of the turf, Wissahickon Trojans come in with Kyle Lehman, who scored 2 touchdowns last week. Another factor about this game that should be noted is the Hatters head coach Ken Romali is the 4th head coach for the Red and Black over the last decade. Romali is hoping to rebuild the football program and establish a long career at Hatboro-Horsham. And coming up next, the opening kickoff between two highly anticipated teams, the Trojans and the Hatters. And we're looking live from Steinley Stadium as these two teams try to fight it out. Hatters electing to defer early on and elected to receive in the first half. And there Jackson keeping the ball, trying to sneak. As we look at the Hatboro-Horsham starters. Jackson, the starting QB. Running back and fullback, Ali and Tobin respectively. The two tight ends will be Dan Simpson and Trey Williams. The guards, Odessa, Zingari. Tight end, Zaire Ches. And Avery and Vanderberg, the outside wide receivers. As they set up now. Ali in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to the left of Jackson. And Omar takes the ball. Getting a gain of about a yard before he's taken down by Shamir Wilson, linebacker for Wissahickon. So, as stated, here's the defensive end, Federer, Fath, the lineman, starting guard, Pineda, Roberts, the defensive tackle, 3 linebackers, DeFeo, Bethea, and Wilson, Gilliard, Schreiner, Clark, all defensive backs. So a bit of an aggressive lineup early for Wissahickon. As Jackson to take the snap, 2 receivers to the right. Jackson scrambling and taken down in the backfield for a loss of about 5 yards. And unable to get that ball out of his hands. And that will start the Hatters up with a 3-and-out. So tackled for a loss, and the Hatters will elect to punt. Josh Sproul back to take the punt. To receive on the other side, I believe Jackson and Terrieri. And the ball roll out just short of midfield. So Wissahickon will start off with great field advantage at about the Hatters' own 47. This is not where the Hatters want to start off. However, let's see if their defensive line can hold back Wissahickon. And their starters are here. So the offensive line consists of Fath, Lynch, Federer, Roberts, and Wilson. Bethea, the lone tight end. The 2 running backs, Lehman and Clark. The 2 wide receivers on the outside, Schreiner and Interieri. And Defoe, the starting quarterback. So Defoe takes a snap, aiming downfield in a bit of a wayward pass, nearly picked off by Ali. And play stopped from an incompletion. And here is the defense for Hatboro-Horsham. 2 defensive ends, Odessa and Ches. Ibrahim and Jangari, the tackles. The linebackers, Long, Tobin, and Sproul. Corners, Bookard and Fink, Ali and Avery, the two safeties for the Hatters. So handing it off and taking the run is Clark. A nice tackle made by, I believe, that is Zangari. On the far side of the field, able to get in there. And the big guys up front for Wissahickon, able to create a lane. And able to take that through is Clark, the starting halfback. So back to take the snap is Defoe. He'll go downfield, and getting over the sticks and a bit more is Brandon Gillard. Taken down by the tandem. Primarily Jaden Bookard in the corner. Unable to stop him before getting to his sticks. And that will move the chains. So Wissahickon has possession on the Hatters' 35-yard line. First down for Wissahickon. Defoe still back to take the snap with Clark to the left of him. Takes a snap, tries to throw a screenplay, however, goes over the head of receiver Kyle Lehman. And it will fall incomplete, stopping the clock. And possession will stay at the Hatters' 34-yard line. So the Hatters' defense standing tall so far, unable to stop them on one drive. Let's see if they can stop them up here. And maybe force a field goal. Defoe surrounded by both his running back and his fullback. Clark moves to the left. Defoe handing it off. Running to the outside and a bit more. Oh, running away with it now is Lehman. Lehman coming in looking for his third touchdown, and he will get it. So push down before he's able to get his feet in, but he gets the ball across, and Wissahickon gets an early 6 off of a nice toss by Defoe. And Wissahickon setting up for a 2-point conversion. No, they will elect to take the extra point. Extra point is good. So the extra point by, I believe that to be Bobby Haas, goes through the uprights. And here's a replay of that touchdown again. Defoe in the back, a bit of a miscue in the beginning, however, gets that ball to him, and Lehman's off to the races. Going through, making an inside run, getting around Sam Fink for the Hatters. And running in a good defensive play by, I believe that is Bookard, to get him out of the play. However, the ball did cross the end zone. And again, an early 7 for the Trojans. So with 8 minutes now, Hatters trailing. 8 minutes remaining, I should say. Vanderberg to receive for the Hatters. DeVincent to kick. DeVincent's kick will not reach the end zone, taken by Vanderberg. Vanderberg keeps it. Running past the 15, able to get up to the 20 before being pushed out by Chase Bethea. The linebacker for Wissahickon up to make the play to force him out of bounds, and the Hatters will get possession at their own 20-yard line. So again, early on, the Hatters' defensive line staying in the middle, and Wissahickon was able to exploit that by getting an outside run, being able to cut inside with Lehman to get around Fink. And again, up by 7 early are the Trojans. So setting up here, the Hatters' offensive line. Earlier in the game, they were facing a lot of pressure and weren't able to handle it. Let's see if they can do it here. Only 4 on the defensive line for Wissahickon. Let's see what their plan is here. Jackson pulling him across. Fink on the run. Jackson now takes the ball, trying to go for a sneak. However, sacked behind the line by number 50 for Wissahickon, Shamir Wilson. And it's a loss of 4 yards, as the Hatters will have to come back after that. A loss of 2, excuse me. So Wissahickon not giving Hatboro-Horsham's offensive line a break here. They've been in their face all night, and for the most part, has been able to get around them. As we saw there, most of their tackles have been behind the line of scrimmage, and this is not something that the Hatters will take lightly going into this. In the backfield with Ali is Jackson. Facing pressure, Jackson takes the ball, keeps going, gets up to the 29-yard line, and there's a flag on the play. Most likely a face mask by Wissahickon's, I believe, Jeremiah Clark, numbers 36. So the referees conferring, and that will be an extra 15 yards tacked on to that run by Jackson, as it was a face mask penalty. So again, Jackson right off from the middle, number 50, Shamir Wilson, coming right off that line immediately, coming right around, and Jackson coming through. That grab by, I know that was 56, Kevin Pineda, comes around, just catches Jackson, and, well, everybody on the field knew it at that point. First down, Hatters. Jackson facing pressure, gets the ball out successfully. Running to the outside is Fink, and he'll be tackled in Wissahickon territory. So first down for the Hatters. Off of that play by Jackson. Again, facing a lot of pressure early, and he gets it to the outside. First down, Hatters. And they move the 6. So on the hurry up here. Ches comes off. Jackson comes back on. Fink, smart to make that play there, was able to find his line, turn around, make that catch, and run a bit more before being forced to the outside. And it's a first down for the Hatters. Again, trailing by 7 here. They need to get something going here. Fink on the move. Ali takes the snap, gives it off to Jackson. Jackson fighting. The ball is loose. I believe Wissahickon came over with the ball, and that will be it. Turnover recovered by Jeremiah Clark. So a bit of a miscommunication as the snap is taken by Ali, given off to Jackson, and Jackson's run to the inside is turned over. So Wissahickon will have possession from their own 37-yard line. And again, snap taken, a bit of a miscue as coming through, and just at the end, trying to get a few yards is Jackson. However, comes out and recovered by, Ejai Schreiner. As behind the play, Defer is sacked by, I believe, Zaire Ches. A dynamic player for the Hatters, not making an offensive impact, but certainly making one there on the defense, as there is a loss of, I believe, 7 yards. So 2nd and 17. Defer will have to face some adversity here, as the Hatters' pressure did get to him. That outside linebacker, Zaire Ches, was able to break through that offensive line and sack Defer. Defer takes the snap, handing it off now. Lehman running to the outside. Lehman gets some space, however, cutting through and making the tackle is Josh Sproul. So Sproul's tackle, I believe, was not able to keep him behind the original line of scrimmage. As again, that going to the outside, Lehman finding space to the outside, and he's been very quick against the Hatters so far. And coming through, Spurrill able to find a lane and jump on him, but not after he got a gain of about 9 yards. So 3rd and 8 here. Offensive line for that, or the defensive line for the Hatters needs to come up with a big play here to try to force a punt. Defer in the backfield with Clark. Defer, Alexa throw. Going to the outside and immediately getting on them is Hatters' Josh Spurrill, making a great play earlier. Actually, no, that was not. Excuse me, that was Sam Fink getting on that play. He was immediately able to get to that completion, forcing a 4th down as they come up on 4th and 3 from their own 43-yard line. So Fink making plays on both sides of the ball. Back to receive is Jaden Vanderberg. And to punt from the right hash, Thayer Ches getting off the field. The punt is up, getting about to the Hatters 25, taking a bounce back, and it will go out at the Hatters 30. So an extra 5 yards tacked on to where that ball landed. And not needing to make the return there is Vanderberg, as the Hatters offense comes back onto the field. So standing strong on that play is the Hatters defense. However, they will have to come up with a good play here to try to tie it with just 3:18 remaining in the first quarter. So let's see if the Hatters offensive line can make a stop here and allow Jackson some time to get that ball away. They weren't. And a flag called. And they're going to call it a delay of game against the offense. And the Hatters shooting themselves in the foot early on, 5-yard loss. And they will have to get up to the 40-yard line to get a first down. So 1st and 15. With Ali, it's Jackson in the backfield. Some movement on Wissahickon's side, however, all legal. Jackson running to the outside and will get to his own line of scrimmage before running out of play. So no gain on that play, and it will come up 2nd and 15. So Jackson coming off to discuss his next play. Should probably point out that all the players on the field, on the sides, and even the fans in the stands are all wearing masks, including myself up here in the booth. Don't think that will affect communication too well, but it is something that these athletes will have to get over if they want to come out of this game with a win. As Jackson takes a snap, will sneak through, going through the middle, tripped up just about at his line, gets another 3 yards, and will get to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10. As Jackson off to the side to discuss the next play for the Hatters. The Hatters still needed to get 10 yards. Let's see if Jackson will elect to throw, and let's see if the offensive line can buy him some time to find a target and maybe air the ball out. That's something that we haven't seen yet this game. It's a downfield pass. So Ali and Jackson in the backfield. Movement on Wissahickon side. And Jackson takes a step. Doesn't have a lot of time. Airs it out for Ches. However, too high for him to handle. And it didn't help with E.J. Schreiner right on the back of Zaire Ches trying to make that catch. So again, Jackson facing pressure from his left side, just gets that ball out, a bit shaky, and unable to handle it is Ches. Goes down, and the incompletion for the Hatters brings up a 4th and 10, and seemingly a punt. So Josh Burrell to take the punt, high snap. His punt is up, a nice one, getting down the field, and rolling backwards The ball landing at about the 45, and it gets all the way back to the 22-yard line. So a great bounce there for the Hatters, as Wissahickon will start out with a 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Referees discussing, so it will be from the 23-yard line. Then Wishickon's line. Back out to take it. Defer with 4 receivers, and a timeout is called by the Hatters defense. So Hatters trying to take a timeout, slow down the momentum here, as they will come up with a new play to face this Wissahickon offense. So far only successful of 1 play, and that was their first drive of the game. And while we have a stoppage on the field, we look to the stands. These fans in the stands, presented by Kirkland Printing, a local printing place in Hatboro, responsible for the fans of the stands. So we thank you, Kirkland Printing, for providing us with these fans in the stands for tonight's game. So 2:07 remaining in the first quarter of play. Trojans up by 7. They have the ball on the right hash. And again, that lucky bounce after Spruill's kick gets them back to the 23-yard line. And to take the snap here is Defer, airing it out, going down the field and too high for Brandon Gilliard to handle. Diving up to try to catch that, I believe, was Bookard. However, it was too high. And no harm, no foul, bringing up 2nd and 10 for the Trojans. So the defensive line for the Hatters being held off by the offensive line. However, in the back, they generated just enough pressure to force Defer to throw possibly prematurely and going too high over his intended target as he hands it off here to Lehman. Lehman going up the middle, and he gets stopped at the line, maybe a yard for him. And they will place the ball at the 25. So it comes up 3rd and 8. And the Hatters needing to come up with a stop here with 1:40 remaining and counting. Defer back on. His completion percentage hasn't been great so far this game, but he's made the plays that count, getting Wissahickon on the board early. And let's see if he can do anything here to get Wissahickon a first down. So 2 in the backfield, elects to air it out, facing pressure, having to scramble, goes downfield, and the catch unable to be corralled in by Jackson Intieri. So Intieri trying to corral that with one hand, and Defer's pass just too high. He was forced to scramble, and that was a fairly accurate throw. Again, Defer facing a lot of pressure from his left side, being forced to run to his right, and just makes a desperation throw and almost corralled in by Intieri. So back to punt now as Wissahickon almost blocked. And the ball taken, fumbled, comes out, and the Hatters recover. So Vanderberg wasn't able to hold on to it, but coming back to make the play, I believe, Hunter Long, the junior for Hatboro-Horsham, able to cover it at, I believe, the 46-yard line. That ball coming down, and Vanderberg unable to corral it. And coming in to make that play is Long. A clutch play to keep that ball in Hatters' possession and get them a chance to go down the field and get an answer before the end of the half. Or the quarter, excuse me. Ball handed off. Ali powering through. His first handoff tonight gets into the line of scrimmage. Then no more. And it sets up a 2nd and 10 for the Hatters. So the Wissahickon offensive line really doing a great job at moving to that play and accounting for it. However, their aggressiveness is something the Hatters can put in that back pocket, maybe use against them in the second quarter or even the next half. So Jackson, his fullback and halfback behind him. It's Tobin and Ali. And he will elect to throw, facing pressure. Corralled in, and it's fumbled. Comes out, and back to retain possession is Zaire Ches. So Ches, unable to hold off that offensive line. It may have been a screen pass, but it did not look scripted as the ball pushed back. So again, Jackson here getting that throw out intended for his fullback in Tobin. And Tobin unable to get that as he falls to the ground. However, diving back to get it is Ches. Apologies. And the ball will be placed at the Hatters' 37-yard line. So after a highly anticipated and action-packed first quarter, Trojans are up 7-0 over the Hatters. We'll be back right after this.
The award-winning Hatboro-Horsham television network captures huge events throughout the school year. Hold on to these precious memories by purchasing a DVD or video file of the events captured by the HHTV crew. Ordering is easy. Just go to hh-tv.com, click on the DVD tab, and the forms will be listed. Follow the simple instructions for ordering, and your custom printed DVD will be yours for years to come. We have a vast library of past events that are also available to purchase. From grade school to middle school to high school, HHTV is there to capture memories that will last a lifetime.
And we're back at Steinle Stadium for the second quarter of play between these two teams. So the Hatters currently having a 3rd and 19. Not a great loss to take there, but better than losing the football. As Jackson to throw. Jackson scrambling, trying to go to the inside, and sacked by the offensive lineman, Shane Lynch. Or the defensive lineman, excuse me. Let's see how that could be confusing, as Shane Lynch being able to evade his role and get inside, adapting to the play, and taking down Jackson before he can reach the line of scrimmage. So 4th and 21. The Hatters to punt. Spurrill in the back to receive. I believe that to be Jalen Quick. Spurrill's kick. Oh yeah, a bit lopsided. However, getting that bounce again and going back. Keeps going and gets to the Wissahickon 27-yard line. And Wissahickon will have a 1st and 10 with decent field position. So both teams having minimal first down conversion rates. Wissahickon back onto the field to try to change that early in the second quarter of play. So Defer, taking the snap, handing it off, running with it now is Bumpus. Bumpus tackled at the 30. Tackled by, I believe, to be Mikey Carroll. Carroll making that tackle. As Defer handing it off to Bumpus. Bumpus moving to his left side, trying to evade the pressure. And getting on him was Hunter Long, again making a great play as the ball is pushed back after a holding penalty is accepted by the Hatters. So now 1st and 20 for the Trojans. Or no, 1st and 22. It was a personal foul at the end of the play, I believe. And a bit of a miscommunication there, as the ball placement is unsure, but it will be placed at the 15-yard line. And the defensive line getting ready, trying to put pressure on Defer. Defer handing it off. Running through it is Bumpus, held out behind the play. He gets it up to the 20-yard line. And that will bring up a second. And I believe that to be 18 yards. So 2nd and 18 here, as Wissahickon getting it up to their own 20. A gain of 2. Or 4, excuse me. And Defer to take the snap. And he will look to throw. Zaire Chance getting a hand on it. No, that was not Zaire. That was Wesley Hudson applying pressure and knocking that ball down before it could be completed. 3rd down and 18. So Hudson getting a hand on it. Able to stop Defer. And really the Hatters defensive line not buckling much. It was with the exception of that first play. Again, able to apply that pressure. That has been their name of the game. Defer having plenty of time and getting his hand on it was Hudson, and it falls incomplete. So in the backfield with Bumpus is Defer taking the snap. Bit of a weird snap. He's forced to scramble to his left. Looking down the field still, and ball caught by Gilliard. And still waiting the call, and they're going to say that that was inbounds. So it looks like he was able to get his arms on that one, his feet staying in bounds, and that will bring up 1st down for the Trojans. So to the outside, Defer making that throw. And to the outside, and yeah, he does get his legs in. A great play by Brandon Gilliard, the starting wide receiver, as running with it is Bumpus, trying to go into the middle, and maybe gets up to the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss of 1. As with the clutch play, I believe that to be Fink to make the tackle for, again, a loss of 1. So 2nd and 11. A bit over 9 minutes remaining in the second quarter and the half. Again, the Hatters received to start the game. So Wissahickon will get possession at the switch of the half. But right now, Defer on the field, handing it off, running through the middle now, and getting a few extra yards was Clark. And taken down by, I believe that to be Zaire Ches. So getting it off and running through is Clark. He has some speed. And then taken down by Josh Spurrill. With a heck of a tackle there. However, coming up now is a 3rd and 5 for Wissahickon, who also leads by 7. Defer surrounded by his fullbacks, going for a sneak, running through, and are they going to give him the 1st down? And they're going to give it to him. So 1st down for the Trojans again. Hatters unable to make up an answer. Again, a great tackle by Sprill. And surprising that they weren't able to get their hands on E.J. Schreiner, who took the snap, not defer. And he was able to get through the middle. However, was stopped just on the line for a first down. So back to take the snap. Again is defer. In the backfield, Bumpus taking it. Bumpus, gain of 5 and a bit more after taking contact. And it will come up with a 2nd down and 4. So a 6-yard run there by Bumpus to get through the middle. Again, the Hatters' offensive line really needs to close inside, and the offensive line for Wissahickon doing a lot of work. However, the defensive line for the Hatters needs to move into the middle. Whether you get your linebackers in there or even your defensive tackles, they need to be in the middle to make that tackle. And doing it there is Hatters' defensive lineman, Kevin Pineda, the starter, stopping the run at the line of scrimmage, keeping up a 3rd and 4 for Wissahickon. So the ball placed in Hatters territory at the 42-yard line. Wissahickon having to get to the 38. Both fullback and halfback in. As Defer takes the snap, heading downfield, pass completed. Tackled by Ali is Jackson Interieri, getting the first down and moving the sticks inside the 30 now at the 29-yard line. So just a bit under 6 minutes remaining as the clock keeps going with that completion. As Defer takes a snap, running to the outside, and intercepted. A great play there to get his hands on it by Josh Burrill. The dynamic player does it again, playing great on defense, offense, punting, and now making an interception, getting the Hatters back possession in their own territory, getting the ball up to the 30-yard line. So again, Defer forced to the outside to his left. So far, he's made those throws on the run. However, getting his hand up and a hand on it is Sprill, corralled by just one hand. And he gets possession for the Hatters. A great play by Josh Sprill to get the Hatters football back. So Jackson with 3 in the backfield. And will hand it off. The back, getting a few yards. I believe that to be Omar Ali, the senior from Hatboro-Horsham, getting a gain of 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd and 7, I believe. So again, getting up to the 33-yard line. So it was a gain of 4. And it brings up 2nd and 6. Three in the backfield again. It worked for the Hatters once. Let's see if they can do it again. Jackson takes a snap, will sneak it. He might have lost possession of that football, and that's why he just dove back on it. And the Hatters do get a gain of 2, so it brings up 3rd and 5. So a gain of 2. Because I'm not sure what happened on that play. Jackson looked that he might have fumbled it from that snap. However, Hatters recover and get it up to the 35-yard line. So Jackson back on the field. And timeout taken. I believe Wissahickon. So Wissahickon, yeah, thanks. Wissahickon calling a timeout to try to slow down the Hatters' momentum that they've had so far as they stop the clock with 4:06 remaining in the half. So if Wissahickon here can get possession back, they're looking great. As long as they can get it down the field, put a few points up before the end of the half. And remember, they get possession at the change of the half. So both teams back on the field. Get timeout called by Wissahickon, so both teams with just 2 timeouts remaining in 4 minutes in this half. Ball placed at about the 35-yard line, and the Hatters offensive line back out. So this time Ali and Jackson in the back. Jackson to take the snap. He has 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Takes a snap, facing pressure, going down the middle. Ball is fumbled around. Deflected by Chase Bethea. And the secondary unable to come up with an interception there. And it will come up with 4th and 5 for the Hatters from that incompletion. So after that interception from Sprill, Wissahickon almost comes up with one of their own. Jackson here taking a lot of pressure and forced to throw it right down the middle. And getting a tip on it was Bethea, deflecting it enough. However, not enough for Wissahickon to intercept and Sprill to make the punt. A very high kick, getting it down, and a fair catch called at the 35-yard line. So Wissahickon starting out with pretty good field possession. 1st and 10 from their own 35. And both teams getting set as we're inside the 4-minute mark between these two teams. So the ball placed at their own 35 for the Wissahickon Trojans. In the backfield is number 25, Jackson Bumpus, and he will take it for the run. Gets about a gain of 3 as the Hatters able to hold him up. Hatters being led by defensive lineman Michael Fath, tackling him right up the middle. And it comes up with a 2nd and 7. So again, a gain of 3 on that play before being swallowed up in the middle field. Not before getting 3 yards on that play. Handing it off now. Bumpus again, running through the middle. And 2 yards short, or actually no, 1 yard short of their first down marker, as he gets a gain of 6 on that play. So 3rd and 1. Although Wissahickon will have 1.5 yards to go if they want to get past this Hatters defense. Again, the Hatters defense really going to the outside and spreading themselves out. That might be what's shooting themselves in the foot as Bumpus takes it up the middle, however, swallowed up. Getting arms on it was Hatters lineman Trey Williams, able to evade his roll and get a hand on Bumpus's run, who again tries to go up the middle. Again, Williams on the inside, getting his left arm out, able to hold him up just enough for Casey Tobin to come in and finish off that tackle. So the Hatters not playing the best first half, however, only down by 1 possession, and it looks like they might get the football back if they can hold up this play. And no, Wissahickon will punt. Hatters need to watch for the fake here. It is only 2 yards after all. And it is faked. Run up the middle. However, stopped short of the first down. To make the play, number 52, Albert Zangari. Able to get his arms on and able to read that fake and get up the middle. And the Hatters have possession inside Wissahickon territory. So Zangari moving past, able to get through. And also getting an arm on it was Hatters Markel Jackson, the quarterback, on the right side, being able to make that tackle as well. So Robert Jackson to take the snap, hands it off, running through his toe bin, and maybe getting into a gain of 1, as the refs will call it. Yep, a gain of 1. And the ball will be placed at the Wissahickon 42-yard line. Clock is ticking with 1:15 remaining. Hatters have 42 yards to go if they want to get that touchdown. 30 if they want 3 points. And let's see if the Hatters can convert a first down for the first time in a while. Jackson has plenty of time and space, cutting in, scrambling, and going to his left now. Jackson, having plenty of time, gets the first down and a bit more. Getting up to the 31-yard line is Jackson on an amazing play. And that'll move the 6. So Jackson, again, it looked like he was going to make that throw. Didn't find anything to his right. Tries to go down the middle, unable to find anything there, and instead goes to his left, running to the outside, able to outrun E.J. Schreiner for Wissahickon, and he gets the Hatters a first down. So one of the first conversions for the Hatters in quite some time. And let's see if the Hatters can keep this momentum with 45 remaining as he ran out, so it stops the clock. And a first down and 10. Jackson takes a snap, running with swagger to his right side, and an intentional low throw for Sam Fink, however too low for anybody to handle, and it falls incomplete for a 2nd and 10. So Jackson trying to keep up that momentum and pressure that the Hatboro-Horsham Hatters were able to come away with. And instead that throw falls incomplete. So the Hatters on the edge of possible field goal territory. There are no books about the Hatters kicker's range. But Jackson hopefully not wanting to find out tonight as he's going for the TD. Going to the outside and going down deep and getting a hand on it is Wissahickon's Tommy Quinn. So Ches was the intended target. However, there is a flag behind the play. And that flag is behind the line of scrimmage. Not sure what the referees saw there. Possible hold. And it looks like the ref is coming out to make the call. And concluded no flag on the play. No, so it was a personal foul, hands to the face on defense for Hatters, first down. So maybe not scripted, but an undisciplined play there by the Wissahickon defense gets the Hatters in possible field goal territory. And the Hatters have a first down and 10 from Wissahickon's 16-yard line. So Hatters in perfect field position here. Let's see if they can take advantage. Jackson takes a snap, looking deep, running to his right, still looking, finding Ches, and Ches unable to corral that. As great defensive pressure by Tommy Quinn, the cornerback for Wissahickon, able to apply pressure to Ches, even though Ches had a step on him, unable to corral that football. And a 2nd and 10 is forthcoming. So again, the Hatters from their own 16-yard line. As out to take the snap is Jackson behind him. Hunter Long, running back for Hatboro-Horsham. Jackson will instead sneak going down the middle. He has space and he's able to get it to about the 8-yard line for a 3rd and 2. So right here, Jackson able to take that snap. Long with a great block. However, wasn't able to find his man, and diving forward to get a few extra yards is Jackson. As it comes up on 3rd and 10, timeout taken by the red and black here. So while this game is certainly entertaining, we have some great programs coming up. On the 14th will be field hockey at 3:30. At 4 on the 15th, girls soccer. They are having a great season and hope to build on it then. Volleyball at 6 on the 21st. And the 23rd has football back at 7 p.m. Make sure to tune in to Channel 28 Comcast, 33 Verizon, or our YouTube channel at the Hatboro-Horsham Television Network. So 3rd and 2. And again, any highlights from the game, also, this broadcast will be posted on that YouTube channel. And let's see if Jackson can make one here. Handing it off, Ali running to his left. Getting the first down and a bit more, getting to the 6. Taken down with 15 seconds remaining. Hatters will stop the clock. Flag behind the play, though. And Wissahickon believes us on the Hatters. So the flag thrown down at the 7-yard line, which is where the line of scrimmage was. So Hatters, on the good side, Hatters don't have to burn a timeout here. On the bad side, Hatters are the recipients of that penalty. I'm not sure what the penalty is, as they haven't moved the sticks yet. And yeah, so it is offensive holding by the Hatters offensive line. And the ball will be placed at the 18-yard line, as it is 3rd and 12. So 15 seconds remaining in the second quarter and the half. Wissahickon, if they can get possession back, which is highly unlikely, will also get the ball to start the second half. And timeout taken on the Hatters side of the ball. So Ken Vermali, interesting call to call a flag there with 15 seconds remaining. And for Vermali and the rest of the Hatters, on the 16th at 7, Quakertown away. They return home on the 23rd at 7 against Souderton. And then against Upper Dublin away on the 30th will be at 7 o'clock. So the Hatters having a bit of a schedule coming up. And a shortened season. So again, only 3 games, but that home game will be broadcasted by our crew with HHTV. Again, Channel 28 on Comcast, 33 Verizon. And again, all this will be posted on our YouTube channel. As the Hatters are stumped back 10 yards. Impressive run by Ali, an impressive tackle following by Thompson. However, Hatters having to erase that as a penalty is accepted. So in the backfield is Tobin with Jackson, and the ball is out. And able to recover it is Wissahickon's very own Kevin Pineda. Able to make that tackle and get a turnover at the end of the half. So that snap not able to get up and get to Jackson. And that ball falling incomplete. And of course, the defensive lineman was the first to get to it. And it'll be interesting to see if the Trojans will take a knee and run out the half or run one final play as the referee on the field. Start possession. So in the position to take a knee. And defer does to end out the half. Successful for the Trojans as the seconds wind down here. Not what the Hatters want to see, but again, only one possession as we end out the first half of play. So after an action-packed first half, turnovers on both sides and impressive tackles by the Hatters, the Trojans lead by 7 after 2 quarters of play. So when we come back, we will have the Hatboro-Horsham marching unit as well as the halftime highlights.
The award-winning Hatboro-Horsham television network provides a variety of programming serving the HH community, from news about our school district to our award-winning sports coverage, to special events throughout the whole district. HHTV informs, educates, and entertains our community. We can be viewed on cable, YouTube, and Facebook. Come check us out. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our website, hh-tv.com. HHTV, your source of school district news, information, and entertainment. Hatboro-Horsham School District is requesting applications for Substitute Teacher Service, also known as STS, and looking for a variety of positions. We are looking for substitute teacher, guest teacher, paraprofessional, and personal care assistant. STS is a district partner and provides substitutes to work in our schools. Anyone with a bachelor's degree who would like to substitute teach in the district is eligible to participate in the guest teacher program. The STS Guest Teacher Program is a free online training program that can be completed when it is convenient for you. Once the training is complete and all paperwork is submitted, the STS Guest Teacher will be able to substitute in any school they would like. This is a wonderful opportunity for those who would like a flexible schedule while contributing to the excellence of Hatboro-Horsham School District. If you have any questions, please refer to the information listed. Thank you for your time. The award-winning Hatboro-Horsham television network captures huge events throughout the school year. Hold on to these precious memories by purchasing a DVD or video file of the events captured by the HHTV crew. Ordering is easy. Just go to hh-
Go in the gate and go right to your spot. Okay, I'll
TV.com, click on the DVD tab and the forms will be listed. Follow the simple instructions for ordering and your custom printed DVD will be yours for years to come. We have a vast library of past events that are also available to purchase. From grade school to middle school to high school, HHTV is there to capture memories that will last a lifetime.
And welcome back to Steinley Stadium, where the score is 7-0 in favor of the Trojans over the Hatters. After a back-and-forth first half, quick points on the board in the beginning. After that, the game's been a game of turnovers. First off here, Lehman takes that run, able to run to the outside, finding a lane just inside, able to get it himself into the end zone for his third touchdown of the season. Then down the field, Jackson takes that, trying to get extra yardage, gets his hand out, and the ball comes out and fumbled. And then on the other side, the run here, taken down and Squirrel with an amazing tackle, and then following that play, Defer forced the outside to the left, and Squirrel getting a hand on it, corralling it with just one hand, and he gets it, and Hatters possession back. Jackson's throw going back down, deflected up, and again that pressure being applied as here Wissahickon on their fourth down conversion stood up by Zingari, and Hatters got possession back, and that fumble to just end the half recovered by Wissahickon, although nothing came from that. Not something that the Hatters want to see here closing out the half, where the Trojans are ahead of the Hatters by 7. And we'll be back for the second half right after these messages.
The award-winning Hatboro-Horsham television network provides a variety of programming serving the HH community, from news about our school district to our award-winning sports coverage to special events throughout the whole district. HHTV informs, educates, and entertains our community. We can be viewed on cable, YouTube, and Facebook. Come check us out. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our website, hh-tv.com. HHTV, your source of school district news, information, and entertainment. Hatboro-Horsham School District is requesting applications for substitute teacher service, also known as STS, and looking for a variety of positions. We are looking for substitute teacher, guest teacher, paraprofessional, and personal care assistant. STS is a district partner and provides substitutes to work in our schools. Anyone with a bachelor's degree who would like to substitute teach in the district is eligible to participate in the guest teacher program. The STS Guest Teacher Program is a free online training program that can be completed when it is convenient for you. Once the training is complete and all paperwork is submitted, the STS Guest Teacher will be able to substitute in any school they would like. This is a wonderful opportunity for those who would like a flexible schedule while contributing to the excellence of Hatboro-Horsham School District. If you have any questions, please refer to the information listed. Thank you for your time. The award-winning Hatboro-Horsham television network captures huge events throughout the school year. Hold on to these precious memories by purchasing a DVD or video file of the events captured by the HHTV crew. Ordering is easy. Just go to hh-tv.com, click on the DVD tab, and the forms will be listed. Follow the simple instructions for ordering, and your custom printed DVD will be yours for years to come. We have a vast library of past events that are also available to purchase. From grade school to middle school to high school, HHTV is there to capture memories that will last a lifetime. The award-winning Hatboro-Horsham television network provides a variety of programming serving the HH community, from news about our school district to our award-winning sports coverage to special events throughout the whole district. HHTV informs, educates, and entertains our community. We can be viewed on cable, YouTube, and Facebook. Come check us out. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our website, hh-tv.com. HHTV, your source of school district news, information, and entertainment. Hatboro-Horsham School District is requesting applications for substitute teacher service, also known as STS, and looking for a variety of positions. We are looking for substitute teacher, guest teacher, paraprofessional, and personal care assistant. STS is a district partner and provides substitutes to work in our schools. Anyone with a bachelor's degree who would like to substitute teach in the district is eligible to participate in the guest teacher program. The STS Guest Teacher Program is a free online training program that can be completed when it is convenient for you. Once the training is complete and all paperwork is submitted, the STS Guest Teacher will be able to substitute in any school they would like. This is a wonderful opportunity for those who would like a flexible schedule while contributing to the excellence of Hatboro-Horsham School District. If you have any questions, please refer to the information listed. Thank you for your time. The award-winning Hatboro-Horsham television network captures huge events throughout the school year. Hold on to these precious memories by purchasing a DVD or video file of the events captured by the HHTV crew. Ordering is easy. Just go to hh-tv.com, click on the DVD tab, and the forms will be listed. Follow the simple instructions for ordering, and your custom printed DVD will be yours for years to come. We have a vast library of past events that are also available to purchase. From grade school to middle school to high school, HHTV is there to capture memories that will last a lifetime. The award-winning Hatboro-Horsham television network provides a variety of programming serving the HH community, from news about our school district to our award-winning sports coverage, to special events throughout the whole district. HHTV informs, educates, and entertains our community. We can be viewed on cable, YouTube, and Facebook. Come check us out. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our website, hh-tv.com. HHTV, your source of school district news, information, and entertainment. Hatboro-Horsham School District is requesting applications for Substitute Teacher Service, also known as STS, and looking for a variety of positions. We are looking for substitute teacher, guest teacher, paraprofessional, and personal care assistant. STS is a district partner and provides substitutes to work in our schools. Anyone with a bachelor's degree who would like to substitute teach in the district is eligible to participate in the guest teacher program. The STS Guest Teacher Program is a free online training program that can be completed when it is convenient.
And we're back looking live from Dennis Steinley Stadium as the Trojans are up 7-0 over the Hatters. A very close game as it's only one possession out of the reach for the Hatters as they are the ones to kick it off to start this second half. Back the kick is Jez, and he shanks it, going through the back, and will reach the end zone, so it will be a touchback. Wissahickon will get possession from the 25-yard line. A smart kick by not Jez, but Shane McNulty. Just to get it downfield, however, had too much steam on it and goes into the end zone for a touchback. And Wissahickon will get possession at their own 20. It seems. And that is where they will start. So defer, getting it to the outside, and reception made by wide receiver Gilliard Jr. He's played a strong game, as coming up right next to him to tackle was Jaden Booker, the junior for Hatboro-Horsham. And so getting ready to play here again. The Hatters need to start pressing more to the outside. And that's what they did there, and that is where Defer was aiming there. But you got to watch the middle, as this is where Lehman is trying to hit now. He's unable to. And Bumpus is tackled right at the line of scrimmage. So ball placed at the 20. Unable to get any yardage so far are the Trojans.
Third and 10.
The ball placed at the 20. 3rd and 10. Coming up now, clock is ticking. And defer back on to make the play call. Wissahickon might try a play-action play here, try to draw the line inside and then shoot it to the outside, but really how this game's gone is really unpredictable. On the move now, and a flag on the play. So, penalty on the offensive line. A bit of movement by, I believe, number 56, Kevin Pineda. The senior is preparing to commit to playing college at Monmouth University. One of 4 seniors deciding to pursue football in college for Wissahickon. Defer takes the snap, faking the handoff, going to the outside and right down the middle this time. Take it in, and he's still running with it. Still has it, going across into Hatter's territory, so he gets all the way up to the 41-yard line.
So is that like a new thing back?
So again, looking to the outside and finds the man running right across, wide open. And coming down the play, and the corner, Ali unable to take him down, and Fink finally able to catch up to him and push him down to the outside, but not before it reaches the 41 in Hatter's territory. Defer hands it off, running to the outside is Bumpus, moving around. A flag on the play behind the line of scrimmage as he gets down to seemingly the first down. However, the sticks are not moving, and it looks like it might be an offensive holding penalty.
Penalty.
And the ball will be coming back, and it is holding on the offensive lineman. I believe that is Shane Lynch for Wissahickon. Commits that penalty, and the ball will be placed all the way back in Trojans territory. And actually farther than a holding call, so it might have been a personal foul. However, they push him back 15 yards, and it's currently a 1st and 25. It's running up the middle now, and he still has it. And breaking through, getting a solid gain, is Jeremiah Clark. So Clark had a strong game early on, has slowed down near the end as people like Bumpus have taken over, and I believe Clark is still down behind the play, but again, Clark running through the middle, and he gets blown up in the middle of the field by Ali. Taken down, and he's still down right now. As, again, I believe that is Trojans running back, Clark, down at Hatter's territory, 45. I believe Ali's hit came in. He led with the shoulder. It was a clean hit. However, went near his own shoulder area, right underneath the helmet. And Clark now sitting up. He's not favoring anything. And now saying that I think he's favoring his hand, but I think that was such a hard hit by Omar Ali to get him down and blow him up. And the ball will be placed in Hatter's territory at the 48-yard line for the Trojans to take possession. So again, Clark coming off the field. And clock stopped with 9:52 remaining. Wissahickon coming up now on his 2nd and 17. And here the Hatters are. They have their safeties and corners to the outside. Only one in the center is Defoe. Hands it off. Running through now is Bumbus. Bumbus getting about 2 yards. And they're going to call it a 3rd and 15. Again, in Hatters territory, but not looking too dangerous right now. Don't count Wissahickon out, though, because they have made some huge plays, as we saw on the last first down conversion for their own.
Have fun tomorrow.
So Bumbus in the backfield. Defoe keeps possession, going over the middle, getting a hand on it and intercepted. A great play to get his hand on it by Rita Odessa. So the lineman now getting involved. That's a desperation throw by Defoe. Again, he's forced to his right side and just goes right into the middle. And again, he gets his hand on it and is able to track that ball, let it fall right into his hands, and just inside Hatters territory at the 49-yard line. Hatters will take possession. Now, as much as that is a great play, let's see what the Hatters offense can do with such great field position. Jackson with 3 behind him. And the ball comes out again, and just as much as there is a turnover for the Hatters, coming up with it is Bethea for Wissahickon, able to cover that fumble. And again, that snap by the center is a bit wonky and it falls to the ground. And just as fast as that turnover is taken for the Hatters, it is turned back over for Wissahickon. So again, that snap coming up, and it just doesn't make it to Jackson's hand, and if it does, gets to his fingertips. Jackson, he does get hands on it, however, his knees do not touch the ground, so he does not get possession for that fumble, and the ball is turned back over. Defoe looking up the middle, finding his target again, moving through inside the 20, now the 10, and he will step out at about the Hatters' 9-yard line. And looking dangerous again, finding his target up the middle is Defoe. And another great play. A gain of about 40 yards. And first and goal at the 9-yard line. So again, Defoe in his own territory, mind you, throwing him from his own 45, finding his target right up the middle. And just too high for the Hatters to reach as he steps out at about the 9-yard line. And first and goal at the Hatters' 9. So Defoe takes it, hands it off to Bumbus. Bumbus rooting through the middle and taken down by Spruill. Spruill playing a great linebacker position, gets him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line in Hatters territory. So Bumbus again powering through the Hatters defensive line. And they haven't been able to come up with an answer as the ball is placed at their own 4-yard line. Second and goal. Here's Defoe, takes the snap, handing it off to Bumbus. Bumbus moving again. He gets the ball out, and the referees are going to call him short at the 1. I believe a good call there. I believe his knee was down before he reached the goal line. And it comes up third and goal. And they have 1 yard to go in quarter number 3. 7:45 remaining. Trojans only up by 7 now, but Defoe, Bumbus, and Clark now in the backfield looking to extend that lead, handing it off to Clark. Bit of a miscommunication. I believe the Hatters are coming away with the ball. Forcing the turnover right out of his hands. Back to get it. Odessa again getting his hands on it, getting that fumble, and I don't even believe that ball hit the ground. He took that hand off and went the other way, placing the ball at the 9-yard line of the referees, and Hatters have a first down. So again, a bit of a miscommunication. Jackson trying to hand it off, Clark getting in the way and getting in to intercept that ball. And I don't know what to call that. That might be a fumble or that might be another interception for him. So 1st and 10 for the Hatters. From their own 9. They're not out of trouble yet. As handing it off now. Finding space now is Ali. Staying in bounds. And Ali making the run. I don't believe he got to the first down yard line. And they're going to say he is just 1 yard short. So at the 19 or at the 18, Ali carries the ball. Ali last week having 1 touchdown in the 14-6 loss for the Hatters. Again, he's made a few runs earlier. However, he hasn't been a consistent runner, and they're looking to change that here. It's Jackson taking the snap and trying to find Ali. Instead, goes down the middle, and he will get the 1st down and a few more. So getting to the 25-yard line, Jackson, instead of throwing it off, just says, well, take it himself, and he takes it to the 25-yard line for a Hatters 1st down.
24-yard line.
So again, this game full of turnovers on both sides of the ball. And we'll see what the Hatters can do after the recipient of the last one. Jackson hands it off to Ali. Ali trying to find a lane up the middle. Maybe gets 1 yard, however, blown up at the line of scrimmage. And he might have been able to progress about half a yard. And they'll give him the full yard. So 2nd and 9 for the Hatters after that run by Ali. Jackson back to the huddle. Again, the defensive line for Wissahickon able to come up with a lot of answers for the Hatters. Maybe 4 of them commit to college and playing football there sequentially. Handing it off now, Ali finding an outside route. Ali dancing with it, and just at the end of the play, able to shrug off a tackle attempted by Tommy Quinn, and he goes to the outside for a Hatters gain. And that will move the sticks.
That is a Hatters
1st down from the 35 for the Hatters. Hatters consistently making up the field, something that hasn't been too common for them tonight. Again, the ball is placed at the 35-yard line. And on these runs, a notable player is definitely Spurrill as well as Simpson, able to hold off those defensive linemen and allow Omar Ali to at least make an attempt to get up the field as he has it again. And this time going up the middle. Gets to midfield and a bit more. Gets to the 43 in Trojans territory. The referees are calling him down at the 45. I disagree. However, Omar Ali, with an explosive run, continues to move the chains. So a replay, Ali's run and a great block, and the defensive line just fooled on that. Ali, after contact, staying up, and the ball came out. However, able to recover was Hunter Long. And we've said his name a few times tonight as a timeout is taken by, I believe, the Hatters. So again, the broadcast schedule coming up most recently, field hockey on the 14th at 3:30, girls soccer on the 15th at 4, 6 o'clock, volleyball and the Hatters. Football team, as we're seeing tonight, putting on a great performance, have a game on the 23rd at 7 o'clock. Again, 28 on Comcast, 33 Verizon, and you can live stream and rewatch the game on YouTube. And HHTV committed, bringing to you as many broadcasts as we can. And it doesn't stop after this game, as lining up at the 45 is the Hatters offensive line. They've had some discipline issues, taking a few costly holding penalties, one of which leading to a fumble the next drive. As Ali takes it, however, slipping up short of the line of scrimmage, and that will make it 2nd and 12. As Ali slips up 2 yards short of the line of scrimmage.
So again, that handoff by Jackson to Ali, and he was just unable to get around the big defensive lineman, Shane Lynch. And even if he didn't slip up there, I really don't think that he was going to get too far after, as Jackson to take the snap. Gets possession, fakes the handoff, jumps inside, a great run by Jackson. He's still going at the 20, 10, he'll take it to the house. Jackson on a phenomenal run, able to find a lane and tie and gets 6 points on the board for the Hatters. So a great play by Jackson to find a lane, get through, and make it to the end zone. And the Hatters lining up now. They will take the kick. To kick the extra point here, Shane McNulty. Didn't play too much in the first half. Second half started it off by a great kick. And McNulty on to make the extra point. Taken, placed, McNulty's kick goes under the bar. And that's not something that they want to see. One of the problems with the Hatters last week is that their extra point did not go through. And again, the touchdown here fakes the handoff, faked even the camera, as Jackson had it going the other way, finds the middle lane and shrugs off tackles left and right and takes it to the house, putting up 6 points for the Hatters. And the Hatters just 1 point away from tying it as they are back to kick. So McNulty there not able to take that extra point. However, again, this touchdown run is phenomenal. Fakes out one lineman, breaking through two of the corners, and just breaking tackles all the way through to the end zone. And that's exactly what the Hatters needed as of late. Keep that momentum going. And Trojans, their lead is only 1 at this point.
That was a huge swing. That ball was down on
As McNulty to kick. McNulty to kick off. His kick, shanks it a bit, and received from the back at about the 13-yard line. Taking it through, finding a middle lane, staying up, and there's a flag thrown on the kicking side of the ball. You know, that run taking it all the way up to the 42-yard line. A great play. I believe that was a 31-yard run. And again, all the way up to the 43-yard line. So the flag down. Flag placed at the 33. And the referee out to make the call.
They literally tackled somebody like 5 yards from the...
And a legal block in the back on the receiving team. So that will push him back a bit. But again, a great effort to get up to the 43-yard line. And substitution made. And after that, the ball will be put on the 25-yard line. So it's a shame to negate such a run, but a penalty is a penalty, and it was called there on the Trojans. Bit undisciplined, as in the backfield is Defer. Defer looking down the middle. He finds his target, a low throw, and breaking through is Tommy Quinn. And his knee did hit the turf there. So while it moves the sticks, he could have gotten a lot more yardage, and it looks like the Hatters didn't really have an answer after that. The Hatters need to tighten up a bit. Defer really looking in the middle on a slant play. Defer is able to get his team up for a first down. This time, Lehman in the back. Lehman fakes the handoff and chooses to block. Defer moving through the middle and taken down by the Hatters defensive lineman. Wesley Hudson making a play earlier and is able to find the quarterback, but not stopping him before he gets a gain of 2. Again, a great play by Hudson, and he's made one earlier as well. However, the quarterback able to find 2 yards still, and it will bring up a 2nd and 8.
We play tomorrow. It should be 3 and 2 after tomorrow.
So defer, handing it off. Lehman blown up in the backfield. This time Hunter Long getting his hands on the running back and stops him up short. And so 3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9 for the Trojans.
Yeah, Wissahickon only up by 1 point. That turnover deep in Hatters territory really hurt them. In fact, leading to the Hatters touchdown. And let's see if they can convert on this 3rd down. Defoe has had a very strong game doing so. And let's see if he can do it this time. Looking to the outside, aiming down deep and intended for Schreiner, excuse me, going over his head, and it falls incomplete, bringing up a 4th and 9. And I don't think that they're going to fake it here, and they will punt. So Fink back to receive for the Hatters. To kick it, I believe, is Bobby Haas. So Haas to kick. Haas's kick falls to the 30, bounces the Hatters' way, and goes all the way up to the 42-yard line. Smart play by the Hatters to let that bounce, and it goes in their favor as they get the ball in their own 43-yard line. Decent field position for the Hatters to start their next play. Again at the 43. Hatters only down by 1. 2:47 remaining in the 3rd. And Jackson to take the snap. Tobin as well as Ali in the backfield as he hands it off to Ali. Ali finding a lane up the middle, getting a gain about 3 and a few yards after contact. Taken down a bit aggressively. Good tackle made by Nick Brown, defensive lineman for Wissahickon. And Ali's run with a gain of 3. So the Hatters now 2nd and 7.
This is all track stuff.
And the Hatters 7 yards to go as Jackson to take the snap. Handing it off now. And Ali trying to find a lane, blown up behind the line of scrimmage, and that will be a loss of 2. So that brings up 3rd and 9, and let's see if the Hatters can come up with an answer and try to convert and maybe get some points on the board to try to take the lead on this possession. So 39 at 39. Hatters lining up. Something that we have not seen from Jackson so far is many inside throws, and it doesn't look like he's going to go there this time. They're setting up to run. Jackson, and the ball comes out. And another problem with the snap, I believe. Recovered by, I believe, the Hatters, and that will bring up 4th and 9. Although coming out of the huddle with it is Fath. However, Hatters keep possession, and back to punt is Spurrill. Spurrill to punt. And motion, I believe, on the Hatters side, and that'll push him back 5 yards. And yep, so it will be movement on the Hatters that will be noticed and called, pushing them back 5 yards. Not sure if that was scripted or not. If it was, very cheeky play. If not, not very disciplined. However, Spurrill will punt from just 5 yards further back from his next position. Early movement by Mustafa Thompson. And they will call encroachment on Thompson. So the Hatters getting back to their original kicking spot. 4th and 9 as Spurrill to punt again. Defensive line needs to buy Spurrill some time, especially with the high snap, and Spurrill's punt getting down past the 25 and will keep rolling. Keeps going, and it falls at about the 12-yard line in Wissahickon territory. So bad decision there by Foster to let that roll out the back, and it will result in the ball being placed at the 12-yard line. So Wissahickon not in great territory. Hatters defensive line, it's been a while since they've gotten a sack, and let's see if they can get one here. However, this offensive line is very good. But with this field position, the defensive line has to be looking to try to take advantage of it. As Defoe takes it, Defoe looking to his right, now to his left, turning back to his right, and sacked behind the play. Back to make the play. Zahir Ches getting through and sacking him at the 4-yard line. So looking at the replay here, Ches able to break through. Defoe taking too much time, and again getting back, getting first contact, and after that Defoe just sort of falls over, and I believe that ball should have been placed a bit far back, but will be placed at the 4-yard line to close out the 3rd quarter of play. So the Trojans only ahead by 1, and the Hatters hot on their tail, as we will come back right after these messages.
For you, once the training is complete and all paperwork is submitted, the STS guest teacher will be able to substitute in any school they would like. This is a wonderful opportunity for those who would like a flexible schedule while contributing to the excellence of Hatboro-Horsham School District. If you have any questions, please refer to the information listed. Thank you for your time. The award-winning Hatboro-Horsham television network captures huge events throughout the school year. Hold on to these precious memories by purchasing a DVD or video file of the events captured by the HHTV crew. Ordering is easy. Just go to hh-tv.com, click on the DVD tab, and the forms will be listed. Follow the simple instructions for ordering, and your custom printed DVD will be yours for years to come. We have a vast library of past events that are also available to purchase. From grade school to middle school to high school, HHTV is there to capture memories that will last a lifetime.
And we're back looking live from Dennis Steinle Stadium as the Hatters only trailing by 1, coming up with a great defensive play to put the ball at Wissahickon's own 4-yard line. So 2nd and 19 here. Defoe takes a snap and hands it off. And blown up behind the play again. Getting back to make that tackle is Wesley Hudson. a series of great defensive plays and add that to his sheet as he stops the ball 1 yard short of their line of scrimmage, and it comes up with third and 20. The fans, players, and band alike are all getting loud for this third down, 3rd and 20, but this is something that Defoe can get out of, as we've seen so far tonight. Vice versa, Hatters can make a great defensive play here if they can get through again, and Lehman is blown up again. Hudson getting behind the play and blowing up Lehman behind, or maybe just with a 1 yard run. Either way, Hudson getting in there, getting an arm on him, and stopping Lehman before he causes too much damage. And 4th and 19, and Wissahickon will punt. Fink for the Hatters, back to receive. And his punt going out, reaching the 45, and Fink controls. Fink to the 40, now to the 35, and keeps going. Almost to the Wissahickon 30, and I believe he steps out at the 32-yard line. So Fink with a good return. Defensive line with great pressure to force that sequence of defensive plays. And Hatters will have possession in Trojans territory. Again, only down by 1, 10:25 remaining in the 4th quarter. Both teams coming off a loss last week, and that loss, mind you, was only by 1 possession for both teams. So Robert Jackson to take the snap, takes it and hands it off, fakes the handoff, and tries to look downfield. Sacked behind the play, making yet another defensive play. Lineman Shane Lynch breaking through. Robert Jackson able to evade 1 hit. Again, it looked like he was doing play action and successfully fooled me. However, not the lineman, and getting through Lynch, making that impressive play. Well, the Hatters behind the line. So 2nd and 19 for the Hatters at the 41-yard line. Jackson having to make up some serious ground after that sack. As Jackson takes a snap, looking to his left, going down the middle and too far for Ches to reach. And it will go incomplete for a 3rd and 19 for the Hatters to make up. Interesting to see where the play call will be here. Probably just trying to get into field goal position. However, judging by that extra point, they might want to try to make it all back. And depending on how deep they get, they might even go for it. So the ball spotted at the 41-yard line. 3rd and 19 situation for the Hatters. As the Trojans again making great defensive plays to hold up Hatboro-Horsham's offense. And so far on this play, this drive, they've done so. So Jackson in the backfield with Ali. Robert Jackson takes a snap, looking to his right, and connecting with Vanderberg, however, falling out of his hands, and the ball placed at the 41-yard line, and the punting unit will come out for the Hatters. So Spurrill will punt from most likely his own territory, just inside. Again, that throw was able to get through, and Jackson finding Vanderberg, and just that frustration setting in for the Hatters. Need to look at the bright side. They are only trailing by 1 point. As the referees make a call here, I believe a timeout taken by the Trojans. And this is so the Hatters will take a timeout here. Trojans only have 1 timeout remaining in the 4th quarter. Hatters now 2. And again, the Hatters offense, unable to get anything going on that drive. However, in prior drives, they've, well, been very successful in getting it down the field. It's just a matter of that finish, and that was seen on that play there. So Sprill back to punt as marching unit putting on a great performance tonight.
I have a lineman that goes to OLA.
The Sprill punting from his own 48. High snap again. And his punt goes, and I believe it'll fall inside the 10. A good bounce back, and the ball will be placed at the 10. So another great punt by Sprill. And getting a hand on it is the Hatters inside the 10. And that will bring up first and 10 from the 10-yard line in Trojans territory. So these past few times that the Hatters have kicked it, all the times, Trojans have just elected to let it go. They're not a great decision as it didn't reach the end zone, and it, again, a great bounce in the Hatters' favor. Defoe now with Lehman next to him, passes it off, and stopped at the line. Getting hands in there again, Wesley Hudson making a line stance, and we'll keep the ball at the 10-yard line. So 2nd and 10, under 9 minutes remaining. Trojans only up by 1 point. Let's see if the Trojans can close it out here. Just a matter of keeping possession, which both teams have admittedly not had a great time doing. However, in this second half, so far both teams have looked solid on that front. As Defoe hands it off, running to the outside is Lehman, finding space and tripped up at his own 20. They're going to give him the first down, but he could have had a lot more if he hadn't been tripped up by, I believe, to be Hatters Hunter Long. Again, moving there is Lehman. Get to the outside. And again, just being tripped up at the 20. And ball will be placed at the 22, or 23, excuse me. 1st and 10 for the Trojans in their own territory. Snap taken, a bit of a low snap, however, getting it off to Lehman. Lehman moving to the outside, elusive, and getting to the 40 for another first down, and he will move the chains. So a decent run there, getting 18 yards. Again, moving the chains, getting it up to the 41-yard line. The clock still moving. 7:40, and again moving as Defoe back onto the field to take another snap. Don't think he's missed a snap for the Trojans so far in this game. See Ian Lehman in the backfield. Clark with him to his right, passing it off. And Williams getting a hand on him, and he's taken down at the 45, still in Trojans territory. And they'll give him a gain of 4 on that play. Hatters only down by 1, but this drive looking promising for the Trojans if they can keep it up. As Quick comes off comes Clark. As Defoe at his own 40-yard line. Ball placed at the 45. As Lehman to his left, will pass it off. Lehman finding a lane again. Moving through the Hatters defense and taking 3 Hatters to tackle him. The main one being Tobin. However, getting it down to the Hatters 38-yard line. 37. Again, Lehman seeing that middle lane all clogged up, goes instead to his left side. Moving around and just so elusive, moving around the Hatters defense, and a total of 4 Hatters got their hands on him before he was taken down inside Hatters territory. So the Trojans, again, seeking Lehman a lot. However, it is going to be interesting to see if they might switch up from this play or
looking like you're screwing like.
Don't change what's not broken. As Defoe takes a snap, handing it off to Lehman again. Moving to the inside, moving back to his left, and able to get a hand on him is Zaire Ches. Holding him back and holding him just to a gain of 2. Zaire Ches. So again, as the Trojans only have a 1-point advantage going late into this game, they're trying to keep that ball, run down that clock, and a certain way to do that is short throws and especially rushing the ball.
Running across the middle, don't worry. Reed's going to pick it off.
Again, the ball staying on the ground, and that will be the case as Lehman finds a way through the middle. Getting hands on him is Josh Burrill. Overtaken down at about the 31-yard line. As Lehman's run again brings up a 3rd and I believe 5. So 3rd and 5, under 5 minutes to go here in the final quarter of regulation, that is. And Defoe, again, running the ball, it's been successful, but I don't see Lehman in the backfield, only Clark. So Defoe most likely looking to throw, and he does. Looking to his right side, and wide open is Jackson Interieri. However, falling incomplete, and the ball placed at the 32, stops the clock, and Wissahickon may play aggressive here and try to go for it with just 5 yards to go. 4:35 remaining again. So the Hatters, if they get back possession here, will need to make sure to secure that possession as Lehman again in the backfield. Clark in front. Clark on the move. Takes a snap. Lehman takes it, blown up behind the play. Getting to him is Wesley Hudson, and Hatters will get possession from their own 36-yard line. So the Hatters getting possession back after that 4th down stand. And Hudson just able to break through. I mean, nobody was on him to block him. Clark maybe, and Clark there looks a bit shaken up after that play, but Clark on the right side moved to his left, and I don't think was prepared for that hit by Hudson. However, Hudson finding Lehman and pushing him back to get possession for the Hatters at the 36. So Jackson to take the snap. Does so and will go to his left, has time and space. Moving to the outside and able to run out of the bounds. Maybe just short of the 1st down, but the referees will give it to him. So no, he will be just short. Moving up to the 45, but a great run by Jackson. And again, that offensive line able to buy some time for Jackson to move to the outside. And Robert Jackson gets 9 yards on that play. That's 2nd and 1 coming up. So it'll be interesting to see here if the Hatters will just take the easy, I'm putting in quotes, 1st down, or if they'll try to take a shot downfield.
Because I'm the same way. We're going to bang it up in there, baby.
Again, no real big shots downfield. I believe we saw one on Wishickon's side, but Hatboro-Horsham still yet to take one. As handing it off now. And keeping possession is Hatters back.
Let's go! Well, they just need to get up in the tons, but they can get a field goal.
Jackson keeps possession, and I believe he decides to run for it. Either way, getting the 1st down, again, by just 1 yard, getting to the 50.
We need a soccer.
And again, 50 yards to go here. If they want to get a touchdown, again, they're trying to keep possession. This game is very close. Just under 4 minutes now. 2 in the backfield for the Hatters. Hands it off to Ali. Ali blown up at the neutral zone, maybe getting 1 yard. And it will come up as a 2nd and 9.
That says Principal Williams, not
Get your headset, Dennis.
And staying down behind the play is Wissahickon's player, Kevin Pineda. Pineda, a critical part of this Wissahickon team, and the clock stopped at 3:30.
Here, you want a headset? You have.
As Pineda, I believe, took the front of the blow by Ali and might have just lost his breath. But again, Ali taking possession, moving up the field, and coming down awkwardly is Pineda. So he was trying to get on Ali, however, coming down awkwardly was Pineda, and still down on the field. As the rest of the Trojans plotting strategy for their defense. On the other side of the turf, the Hatters plotting as they have possession at Wissahickon's 49. Again, in Wissahickon territory, but actually the farthest south that they could be, as Pineda walking off the field, getting a bit.
I'm gonna go. Are they all right, Radler?
So Pineda coming off at the 49. Hatters had possession. Again, have to make it to the 40.
It's a bastardized version of it.
Let's go.
So the clock started back again. 3:25 as the Hatters take to the line, as do the Trojans. Robert Jackson hands it off. Omar Ali finding space and time, moving up, and he was taken down. And no flag on that play. I believe on that tackle, he might have been horse-collared a bit, but referee say he grabbed his jersey and taken down. Short of the first down, a 5-yard gain. And the Hatters have 4 yards to go if they want to keep the 6 moving. Again, Ali takes the football, moves to his right side, and moves through, and behind the play is E.J. Schreiner making the tackle as the ball taken by Ali again. Moving through past the 30 and will get a first down. Moving out of bounds as well, stopping the clock with 2:37 remaining. Ali with the smart play, stepping out of bounds. Is also forced out, but getting the ball to the 29. So that ball snapped and again given to Ali. He runs through, finds that outside lane on the right side, and finally pushed out by Quinn. However, not before he gets to the 29-yard line, and for Hatters, first down. So 3 in the backfield. As Jackson hands it off to Ali. Ali now finding to the left, getting to the 25-yard line, a gain of 4, and it will bring up a 2nd and 6. So he gets to the 25-yard line. On the left hash, the Hatters will snap, and the clock's still ticking. 2:18 remaining, I should say, as the Hatters are at the 25-yard line.
He can spike the ball too.
And they're ready to take the snap. 3 in the backfield, 4 if you include the quarterback. He hands it off to Ali again. Ali, this time moving to his right. Ali has space and time. Omar Ali to the house. Will take it for a Hatters touchdown. Hatters 12 points to 7 as Ali makes the run all the way to the end zone. So now inside 2 minutes with 1:54 remaining. And McNulty not coming onto the field, so it looks like the Hatters may go for 2 here. And going for 2 would be the smartest decision here, as the ball will be placed.
You know what? They may be outside.
3 yards out of the end zone. And so yes, the Hatters will attempt to go for 2. Ali in the backfield. Let's see if Wissahickon can come up with an answer. Jackson snaps, hands it off to Ali. Ali trying to look up the middle, blown up before he can even get to the line, and stopped at the 5. So the Trojans trailing by 5. Hatters 12 to 7. So again, that snap. And Robert Jackson able to hand it off to Ali. And Ali just takes it through, able to use his speed and vision to find a lane. And again, behind the play is, I believe, linebacker Tommy Quinn. No, that is Nick Brown behind the play. An inside linebacker for the Trojans. And again, another look at the at the touchdown for the Hatters. Ali finding that lane just inside, and after he makes it through there, able to take it into the end zone for the touchdown. And again, that 2-point conversion failed as Ali that time trying to go up the middle. And that time the defensive tackles were able to stop him before he gets to the line. As Brown, again, behind the play.
I don't think so.
114 seconds remaining in regulation. Trojans with only one timeout. And depending on how this kick goes, they may have a very far way to go. So coming off the field now is Nick Brown. Played a vital role in that tackle, stopping the Hatters from getting another 2 points on the board. Again, smart play nevertheless, as Hatters now leading by 5. Unable to make it 14, and the Trojans here trailing by 5. And they come back onto the field. Shane McNulty to kick. He's had a few successful kicks so far. He will aim to get it inside the 20. McNulty's kick. Going through, will drop inside the 20. Taken now, and the ball is run up about the 30 is where first contact is made. However, gets it another 9 yards to the 39-yard line. So the Trojans have 1:45 to make it about 61 yards. As he runs out of bounds, the ball will be placed at the 39-yard line. Again, a great return. And that kick with great placement. However, Wissahickon with good field position. Nevertheless, Defoe in the back with Lehman on the move. Lehman looking for the screen instead. Going up the middle is Defoe. Unable to come up with possession is Ali. And reception is made going into the end zone now. Trojans getting 6 points on the board, taking the lead by 1. And let's see if they can get another point there. Ali playing it aggressive, playing the ball instead of the man.
Come on, we're fine, let's go.
And 6 points put back on the board as that ball is snapped. And outside, Lehman was looking for the screen. Instead, the ball goes downfield. And it goes for a touchdown for the Trojans. So 61 yards. And here to take the kick is DeVincent. DeVincent's kick through the uprights and is good. So the Trojans now leading by 2, 14-12. Now with 95 seconds remaining, the Hatters have to go down the field with 2 timeouts. Let's see what the play calling will be heading into the latter stages of this 4th quarter. So Hatters trail by 2, not out of reach. Hatters can get an easy 3 points and possibly getting into the end zone for a touchdown, but Hatters again needs to get down the field, and that's been something that they have struggled with earlier in the game.
He literally waited for that ball.
Not as much as of late. So Wissahickon trotting back onto the field.
Lost 18 years ago.
To kick. Back to receive. Hatters Jaden Vanderberg, Jr. from Hatboro-Horsham. The Hatters need to come up with an answer here. And the kick is taken inside the 10 at the 8. As he goes up, getting past the 20 is Vanderberg and blown up at the 20. So 80 seconds remaining. Again, heading into this game, both teams an 0-1 record. And obviously that will change. Just a matter of which side. As the ball is placed at the 20-yard line, Vanderberg's return gets about 12 yards. And on the sideline, McNulty practicing his kicks. As if it comes down to it, he could be the one to decide this game. But first, the Hatters need to get downfield, and it starts here. Jackson's run going to the inside, making it past the 30, all the way up to the 34-yard line. Referees are going to pull him back to the 32, and the Hatters are going to need to hurry up now. The clock is stopped, so... No, it's not. So, again, the Hatters 118, taking the snap. Here's Jackson. Jackson moving to the outside, and making the reception is
Let's go.
Vanderberg, and timeout taken by the Hatters. So Vanderberg unable to get to the outside before falling down. A gain of 2, and it will come up, or a gain of 3. Will bring up 2nd and 7. 1:04 now remaining as the Hatters use one of their timeouts. So each team with only 1 remaining. As the Hatters are going to make a substitution. Fink comes on. He's made some pretty good plays so far, and Jackson will set up. 3 to his left, 1 in the back, and Spurrill to his right. Has plenty of receiving options. And Jackson takes a snap, going downfield to Spurrill. Spurrill unable to make it outside, and the referees are going to say that he did make it outside. So he gets to the 40-yard line. And it's stopped with 56.7 remaining on the clock. As a 2nd and 7 becomes a 3rd and 2.
Third down and 2.
Again, 3rd down and 2 from the Hatters' own 40-yard line. Have 56 seconds to get down the field. Taking the snap is Jackson. Jackson moving to the inside. A running play here, so the clock will not stop, and he gets up to the 49. Hatters in a hurry-up play.
Carries the ball across the 45.
Jackson trying to desperately get that clock. And he will spike it with 46.4 remaining in the game. They're coming up, an incompletion ruled there, so it will be 2nd and 10 at the Hatters' own 49-yard line with that run by Jackson. Quick play calling, and he gets the spike after that Hatters' first down. So again, something that we haven't seen from the Hatters is long throws, and that might be something that Jackson might want to consider, especially considering the amount of field that they will have to make up. And Jackson, having time, will fake the deep throw and will instead attempt to get it to Fink. However, taken down ruled an incompletion, so the ball placed at the 49, and the Hatters come up on a 3rd and 10 play. So the Hatters at the 49 with 40 seconds remaining. That play taking a bit of time to end. And the ball placed at the left hash. Markel Robert Jackson has had one heck of a night for the Hatters. However, it comes down to this and the play after. Can he get a first down conversion for the Hatters? We'll see. So Jackson airing it out and too far for Spurrill. And so that brings up 4th and 10, and the flag is down. Flag is down on Wishickon's side, so 36 seconds remaining, and this could be huge for the Hatters. Depending on the call. And so defensive pass interference called at the 45-yard line, I believe. And it keeps going. So the ball will be placed at the 36-yard line with 36 seconds remaining. The Hatters, a bit of a gift there as they get 1st and 10. Down by 2. And Jackson again, maybe looking down deep on this play, and he does. Will throw, getting it out to Spurrill, and that throw is just short with 31 seconds remaining. Hatboro-Horsham again only trailing by 2. And let's see if they can make a conversion or get some points on with 31 seconds remaining. So again, pressure coming from Lynch, and he has to get that ball out quickly. Over Jackson. Not great throwing, especially downfield, and let's see if that can change on this play. Let's see if the offensive line can also hold back pressure, as that has dictated a lot of throws that Jackson has made. Timeout and delay of game on the Hatters offense, so they'll be pushed back another 5 yards. They'll make it 2nd and 15 here. Ball will be placed at the 41-yard line. Again, 31 seconds remaining. Let's see if Jackson can come up with a play here. And on the other side of the play, the Trojans trying to make a stand here. Hatters only with 1 timeout, and Jackson will run. Running up the middle is Jackson. Jackson able to get up to the original line of scrimmage to the 39. And timeout taken, 23 seconds remaining as the Hatters use their last timeout. So Jackson electing to run up the middle, trying to find the lane and just unable to.
3rd down and 9.
As it becomes a 3rd down and 9 for the Hatters. And again, the Hatters taking their last timeout. Jackson trying to talk things over. Wondering what the play call will be here. Again, with the Hatters with no timeouts remaining, it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to take a shot, try to get it to the outside, and maybe get a stoppage of time to set up a field goal, or if the Hatters just take a shot immediately. So I think the Hatters will be playing either a vertical play or maybe even a vertical slant if necessary, but Jackson needs to find a target here to give McNulty better field position, as he has feverishly been practicing on the sideline, but Jackson doesn't want to see that happen. Jackson pushing it to the outside, and his throw is incomplete. Now 19.8 seconds remaining, and that sets up a 4th and 9 for the Hatters. So now it just comes down to a defensive play for the Trojans. If they can get a stop, that'll be huge. Not only will they get possession, but Hatters, without another timeout, will most likely close out the game. So Jackson will need to take a shot here. Jackson taking the snap, looking downfield, having pressure and throwing to the outside here, falling incomplete. And a turnover on downs will most likely seal it for a Trojans win. So 1st and 10, and again, the Trojans coming back onto the field. The offense, just as a formality. 13 seconds remaining, and no doubt in my mind, the Trojans will just wait this out. And on top of that, they call pass interference on the offense. And even then, the Trojans have possession. And with 13 seconds left, Defoe, with a great performance for the Trojans, will most likely take a knee and end out the game. Hard fought to the very end, and it just came down to defensive pressure, as the ball will be placed in the Hatters' 45-yard line. And Defoe on, takes the knee, and that will end out the game. So hard fought till the very end. However, Trojans come out on top. Both teams scoring 2 touchdowns, but it just came down to a game of defensive pressure, turnovers, and overall just the ability to move that ball down the field. Trojans will close it out, winning 14-12 over the Hatters.
Let's go, you two! Dennis, let's go! Dennis!
So Wissahickon, coming back from a loss last week, will meet 500 with this win tonight. On the other side of the ball, Hatboro-Horsham will go 0-2, losing this game by a total of 2. 14-12, Trojans win.